Alright, I need to tell you something. Borealis could be the best sniper rifle in Destiny 2. And don't roll your eyes at me. I'm gonna prove it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ironworker Gaming channel. I am Ironworker814 and thank you for joining me for another Destiny 2 PvP viewer requested weapon review, where we look at pros, cons, stats, damage numbers, and how to obtain the weapon. This Borealis review was requested by No Problemo. And I gotta say, this sniper rifle is one of those guns that never in a million years would I have ever thought on my own to pick up and look at. And evidently I wasn't alone in this, because according to Destiny Tracker, the usage rate of Borealis in quick play game modes over the past month is a dismal 0.03%, ranking Borealis as 276 for weapon usage rate. Everyone just seems to be wanting to use this here Revoker gun, ranking number 11 in quick play game modes and number 2 in your comp playlists. But when you compare the two, Borealis bests the Revoker in nearly every aspect. As a matter of fact, there's not another aggressive frame sniper rifle out there that can check as many boxes as Borealis does. And this gun may be pound for pound the best sniper, regardless of archetype. Borealis is really being slept on, and it's nearly criminal. So we're gonna go over what exactly makes this weapon so good, as long as you promise to keep it a secret. We don't want the whole world knowing about Borealis, okay? But before we hop into the Crucible and put Borealis to the test, we're gonna take a look at how to obtain the weapon and its corresponding catalyst. Borealis, when introduced into the game, was a PlayStation 4 exclusive, but since it has been moved into the general exotic loot pool and is obtainable by everyone. This is a world drop though, so your fate is in the hands of RNG, unless Xur happens to be selling it on his next visit. The catalyst for Borealis can simply be obtained by defeating enemies, and once you have it, you will need 150 solar kills, 150 arc kills, and 150 void kills with this weapon. This is kinda gonna feel like a slog, but just keep at it, and eventually you will finish it off. Borealis is an exotic energy sniper rifle belonging to the aggressive frame family. The weapon's fire rate is 72 rounds per minute, and we are holding 5 rounds in the magazine. Looking at the stats here, they're nice. They're really nice. We're gonna take a really hard in-depth look at these when we hop into the pros. But once you get the catalyst unlocked, you are getting another bump to your reload speed. And checking in with light.gg real quick, we can see that Borealis has a very solid aim assist value of 65. The intrinsic trait is the fundamentals. Holding reload changes the weapon's damage type, cycling between solar, arc, and void. The exotic perk is Ionic Return. Breaking an enemy shield transfers 1 bullet from reserves. Breaking combatant shield or the shield of a guardian using a super with that shield's energy type grants bonus damage for the rest of the magazine. I find this to be worded a little bit oddly, but basically you break a guardian shield, a bullet goes from reserves into your magazine. When you break a guardian shield in their super with the matching element, you get the bullet transferred into your magazine, plus extra damage for the rest of that magazine. Into the damage numbers, and Borealis, being an aggressive frame sniper rifle, will do 474 points of damage on a precision shot landed, and 158 points of damage to the body, making the optimal time to kill obviously instantaneous, and a body shot time to kill of 0.83 seconds, requiring you to land 2 shots. With the Ionic Return damage buff, you will do more damage than you will ever need on a precision shot, where you will net 664 points of damage, and just a shade less damage than you will probably want from a body shot, where you're going to see 182 points of damage. Essentially, this is a 15% damage increase, but not enough to change the TTK values. Now that we know what Borealis can do, let's head into the pros and see how it performs. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of what makes Borealis so good, let's start off with the Ionic Trace perk being a nice quality of life increase. The whole damage buff when breaking a super shield is nice, more damage is always nice, but it's very situational. The extra bullet being loaded into the magazine though can help you mid-engagement, allowing you to make a follow-up shot if you body shot a target with the last round in the magazine, since it will negate the need for you to reload. Or this will allow you to move on to a second target if you secure a kill with a precision shot final blow with the last round in the magazine. But keep in mind, both of these scenarios do require you to have ammo in reserves. But to be perfectly honest, this perk has very little to do with why you would choose Borealis over another sniper rifle. The real strength of this gun lies in its stats and how noticeable the performance increase really is. Let me just read you off Borealis' credentials here real quick. Stability, best of all sniper rifles. Reload, best of all sniper rifles. Handling, best of all sniper rifles. Aim assist, best in archetype by a long shot. And 5 rounds in the magazine is 2 more than all other aggressive frame snipers can carry at base. And these stats aren't just edging out other aggressive frame sniper rifles by a little bit. We are talking about massive differences of 30 or 40 points in some categories. Borealis' numbers are more in line with rapid fire frame snipers, but reload stability and handling would be the best in that archetype also. Let's take a look at Borealis and Revoker side by side to get a little better sense of this. While Revoker does pack more range and has a slightly more vertical recoil direction, Borealis is showing 18 more points in stability, 42 more points in handling, 31 more points in reload on top of a 21 point increase in aim assist. And these are stats that you are absolutely gonna feel when using Borealis in game. So you get all of these benefits packed into an aggressive frame sniper rifle, which is the only archetype that can one-shot supers and one-shot body with a 20% damage buff of some sort. Now I've dabbled with a lot of sniper rifles, and while I wouldn't consider myself a sniper rifle guy, this gun has everything going for it, and it makes me not want to put it down. It is just such a responsive and fluid feeling sniper rifle, and it makes it so easy to land shots. Which is why the usage rate of this gun absolutely blows my mind. It is so good, and I cannot believe more Guardians haven't picked this thing up and started using it. But as with all guns in Destiny, not everything is sunshine and rainbows through and through. We do have a few drawbacks to look at, and we'll get into those now. First off, the Ionic Return damage buff was slightly disappointing. I really wanted to see this thing one-shot body with the buff, but it falls just a little bit short of outright securing a kill. I think this would be a nice reward for pulling off an extremely situational maneuver. And the range stat on Borealis is comparably lower to other aggressive frame sniper rifles. And while you don't need range per se on most Crucible maps in Destiny 2, the stat does affect accuracy and bullet magnetism. Now the decreased range is probably offset a bit by the big increase in aim assist that we're getting with Borealis, but this is something that needs to be noted. And we do have the general archetype problem of the slow fire rate, making follow-up shots harder to land and increasing the TTK value to 0.83, which is the worst body shot TTK value among all sniper rifles. Borealis also has a fixed 45 zoom scope, which is not terrible, but the 35 and 40 zoom scopes, sporting slightly less magnification, allow you to see a bigger picture of the field in front of you, aiding in target acquisition. Now Borealis is an exotic that is competing for your attention alongside of a lot of good legendary sniper rifles. Now this is in the energy slot though, so spare rations or dire promise can be paired with it if you want to go the meta hand cannon route. But a lot of top tier options for 600 RPM legendary auto rifles like Summoner, Gnawing Hunger, or Galliard are out of the picture. These are definitely considerations that should be taken into account. And lastly, there is no magical reappearing bullet on a miss. A strange con, I know. But right now, Revoker is the sniper rifle. Mainly because an ammo regeneration perk, especially on a sniper rifle, is just too strong to ignore. And if you're one of those players going into the high-end competitive game modes of Destiny 2, you're really going to have to look hard at if that magical ammo regeneration is something that you are willing to part ways with. So the verdict, and is Borealis worth your time in the Crucible? Absolutely, this sniper rifle is amazing. Like I said before, you're basically getting all the benefits of a rapid fire frame sniper and an aggressive frame sniper rolled all into one gun. I feel like many people may be shying away from Borealis because the exotic perk is way too situational, and this gun really doesn't feel exotic in PvP. I mean, there's no flash, there's no thunder, but it is a very, very solid gun. And it's just so good in so many aspects that I would argue that the total package you're getting with this gun is the true exotic characteristic here. So for a newer player or a lower skill player looking to break into using sniper rifles in the Crucible, I would say this is going to be an extremely friendly option for you. And if you're a seasoned veteran or a sniper rifle connoisseur, Give this gun a chance. I can't envision a scenario where this thing is gonna disappoint. So if you've enjoyed this video or found it useful in some way, shape, or form, leaving it a like really helps it out. And to see more Destiny 2 reviews, guides, and discussions all made by yours truly, consider subscribing to the Ironworker Gaming channel. You can look for Ironworker814 on Twitch to catch me live, and to contact me, simply leave a comment down below. I always look forward to hearing your thoughts. And with all that being said, thank you for spending a piece of your day checking out this weapon review. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you on the next one.